guys. It is, let me see, it's 2:07 a.m. March 20th. So it's early Monday morning. I'm at work at a post. Apparently, someone didn't want to come to work. Look at this place, it's so beautiful. How do you not want to come to work? But anyways, I'm here. Sorry, I got an email from work. Okay, I have been speaking to y'all about the business credit and everything. Most of my videos is about business credit, but this video is just things that's going on in Dallas that, I mean, it's horrible. Different shootings and all these things. So that has nothing to do with business credit, but I just want to get some things off my chest. Like, we have children out here being killed. Senseless, very senseless murders and accidental shootings. A 5-year-old child died, today. And from what the information that was given to me, about 9 or 10 people were killed today. It was a shooting at a local park here in Dallas. And this is kind of related. I guess this can happen anywhere, depending on the mind frame of people. So I'm not going to say that it was because of the area, okay? But I'm just gonna say it's because of people's mind. And how do you protect your family? How do you protect your family from these things that this prone to happen? How do you prevent this from happening? Well, one way is to be alert, be vigilant. My children, a lot of people have told me my children, they are very sheltered. I have a 10-year-old daughter and a now 20-year-old son. He's in college, and my daughter's in a magnet school. But they are very sheltered. But my son, he's been allowed to, of course, have more freedom than my daughter because of the age difference. But even though he's been sheltered, he's still been, a lot of knowledge has been embedded in his head from myself and my husband. And even though he's sheltered, he still has a lot of sense, and he knows what to do with certain situations. Because my childhood, I had a very rough childhood. So I did not deviate or sugarcoat anything when it came to letting him know the things I had been through, because I wanted him to know what the world was like on the outside. Even if he hadn't lived it, I needed him to be prepared if any of those situations had ever been presented to him. So he knows about impoverished neighborhoods. Like, I grew up in West Dallas Projects. He knows the things I went through there, and these kinds of things, because I didn't hide any of that from him. I wanted him to know these things and what can really happen. And he's been, privy to that information. I didn't withhold any of that. Some people will try and hide information from their kids about the way they lived and the things they did. I didn't, because I feel like that's a hindrance. God lets you experience stuff, and he expects you to share that with your kids on some level so they'll learn. And so that's what I chose to do with my son. And when my daughter becomes of age enough to where she can understand, I will let her know enough not to hinder her, but to help her. And that's all that we should want to do as parents. And I feel like if a lot of people took that time out with their children and help them understand and build them up, motivate them, this plays into the mind of that individual, okay? All this is related, because if those children or whoever did that shooting today, if they just had somebody to sit down and talk with them and learn right from wrong and just certain stuff that these kids are not being equipped with at a young age, please teach your children and just give them some information, even if you think it's going to hurt them. I promise you, some kids will listen and it will actually stick with them. Let them know the consequences of their actions and the things that they do. Because taking a baby's life, that baby was 5 years old. And I'm not sure the ages of the other individuals, but I do know that one of the children was only 5 years old. And my heart goes out to those people and to that family, those families of, people who are lost today. I mean, it's depressing to say the least. It's getting to where the news has always been so depressing because they highlight all of the bad things that happen. They hardly ever highlight the good things. And some of these social media sites are beginning to be the same way. Sometimes it's just so freaking depressing to even want to get on social media or anything. If I didn't have to upload videos and stuff or wasn't doing this, I probably wouldn't be on it. But I've been a fan of it since my sister told me to get on it years ago. But I mean, the killings are just beginning to be too much, okay? And I just want us as a people to just, I mean, this hits home because just a few months back, maybe 3 or 4 months back, my sister was murdered. And, and it goes again to the mind of that individual that took my sister's life. So I'm not talking about this just from, you know, what people have said. I've actually experienced this because I had, like I said, my sister was taken away from us. And I just feel like that, a lot of this stuff can be helped and a lot of this stuff can be prevented if we just took time out to talk with our family members or to raise these children right. I mean, we as a people have to do more. We have to hold ourselves accountable for the things that are happening in our own neighborhood. We have to take a stand. If you're tired of the killings and you're tired of the shootings and you're tired of these things, like, but are you doing your part? Your voice says a lot. Speak to the kids in your neighborhood if you can. Stop as you're walking, or if you're walking somewhere, stop and just speak to children or adults or anything. Just spark a conversation to see where their head is. I mean, you don't have to be a crazy person running around talking to everybody and everybody looking at you crazy. Just spark a regular conversation up. You just never know whose life you'll impact by doing that. And so, I mean, I just feel like it's just so much more that we can do. It's so much more that we can do, and we should do as a people. We should want to do that, and I feel like it's really our job to do it. I feel like it's really our job to do it because, as you can see, this world it's not getting any better. But while we're here, I believe we owe this earth our best. We owe God our best. We owe our children our best. And the only way we can give that to them is if we're doing our part. Just trying to educate as much as you can, as much as you know how. Give good advice and not the advice that give unbiased advice. So that's what I can say. Give unbiased advice and just try and be a help to someone. Be a blessing and teach a lesson. If that makes sense, just try and help somebody. Okay. Thanks y'all for looking at this video and for letting me share with you all. Peace out. God bless. What's up? Bye.